Good morning and welcome to your final day of your immunity challenge. Jen Sprague here, your transformational health coach. So happy to have made it this far with you guys. It's Friday Fun Day. And today we get to talk about the most important aspect of your health, your mindset. Let's just review and reflect first on some of the tools you have in your kit now. We talked about sleep, we talked about mindfulness, you've got nutrition info under your belt, and even yesterday movement. How did you feel after giving your body the gift of not sitting for 2 hours straight? I hope you guys are talking about it. This is your chance. All right, we're diving right into mindset today. One of my favorite things to share, Shawn Achor, he is a hero of mine. He's a positive psychologist, and I discovered him when I was teaching science. I taught high school science for 15 years, and I would always show his TED Talk to my students at the beginning of the year. And still, he influences the way that I coach my clients. So let's figure out what's so important about our mindset. Okay, so who doesn't want to have or experience 30% more productivity in their work? Me too. Well, all we have to do is switch our mindset to a positive state. Today, your reframe is I choose positivity. It really is under our control. Now, it's not our natural state, so this is what we're up against. Naturally, we have a negativity bias that's evolutionarily ground into our brain, into all the parts of our brain, our reptilian brain. And it makes sense because back in the day, we needed to scan our environment all the time looking for things that might kill us, right? So we're always looking for the worst. But the good news is that you can retrain your brain, but it takes time. It's not just flipping a switch. So how are we going to change our brain? Let's first look at maybe some reasons why it's important to change our brain. Okay, so some benefits of positive thinking. First and foremost, longevity. You have an increased lifespan. You're going to have lower levels of distress. That means less inflammation. You're going to have lower rates of depression. Your mood is going to be regulated. Greater resistance to the common cold. That's why we're doing this, to boost your immunity. Better psychological and physical well-being overall, reduced risk of death from cardiovascular disease, and there's better coping skills with hardships that come from times of stress. So clearly this is the best thing. That's why I saved it for last. This is like dessert, you guys. Okay, so positive mindset. Clearly we need to start training our brain to ensure that we're reaping the benefits. And who doesn't want a 30% increase in productivity, right? Okay, so we're thinking about what it means to reshape our brain. So it's not really, I have this quote from Shawn, of course. It's not the reality that shapes us, but the lens through which your brain views the world that shapes your reality. So let me say that again. It's not the reality that shapes us, but the lens through which your brain views the world that shapes your reality. So for example, two twins experiencing the same thing. One has a positive outlook and the other has a negative outlook. And how they experience the same situation, they're the same genetics, and they're experiencing the same situation, is going to be completely different and dependent on the lens through which they're viewing it through. So there is something to those rose-colored glasses. Get them out and put them on. It's for real. My friends used to joke with me about that I had these rose-colored glasses. Well, who's laughing now? Okay, anyways, here we go. Back to the important stuff here. All right, so Shawn Achor found that 90% of your happiness is predicted by the way that you view the world, not on your external circumstances. We are in control of 90% of our happiness. That's what that means. And 75% of our job success is determined by our optimism levels, your social support, and the ability to see stress as a challenge instead of a threat. So that's what we're going to work on. And today you've got lots of options from your menu, but the kicker is I want you to try them for an extended period of time. Coaching, this is what I do. And I'm here to tell you that your brain doesn't just change by understanding the facts. You have to give it consistency. So 7 days minimum, but if you can, 21 days. So pick one thing. Too much change and your brain will revolt and it will resist. So pick one thing and do it for 7 days at the minimum and see how your brain changes and your positivity changes. Finally, I want you guys to appreciate each other for the communication that you've started. And if you've got an accountability partner, give them a high five and thank them. And I encourage you to keep those relationships going, support each other. This is just a new way to bring each other together and to really start thinking about what's important at work. Okay, that's all I have to say. And I'm here to support you, so don't hesitate to reach out, and I will maybe see you again. Have a great week, you guys, and a happy, happy weekend. Good luck.